Kristina Nikols for IdeateTV, sitting here with Ryland Engelhart, who is co-owner of Cafe Gratitude, as well as co-founder of Kiss the Ground. Ryland, thanks for talking to us today.
Sure, thanks for the invitation to talk.
Absolutely, I want to hear all about soil.
Wonderful. Okay.
So that's Kiss the Ground. It's all about the importance of soil. So
Yeah, I mean, simply, I've been working in the healthy food space for over 13 years with my family running Cafe Gratitude, and that's an organic plant-based restaurant.
that's really good, and I highly recommend it.
And yeah, the main focus of that restaurant has really been, can we create a really healthy, nourishing food, but serve it in a way that we can actually bridge the gap that takes vegan food or plant-based food out of this niche market into a broader spectrum of just part of the healthy lifestyle. And and we did that through using the essence of gratitude. Really, we actually set out not to just serve food, but we set out to, can we impact and shift the culture by having a restaurant that is kind of inspiring people to recognize that your life's a picture of your mind, and what you put your attention on in the present moment gives you your experience, and we're presenting gratitude as the thing to practice all day, every day.
Yeah, in case any of our viewers haven't been there, they have a question of the day that's always inspiring.
That's right.
And everything, all the meals are, it's like, what?
Everything is designed as an affirmation.
It's
So
an affirmation.
exactly. So when you order the tacos, you say, I am transformed, or to order a little chocolate, you say, I am joyful, instead of, I'll have the chocolate. So
Exactly.
a playful way to remind people to celebrate life.
So that's Cafe Gratitude, and now your parents started that, and you've been around all this. And how did soil and your passion about soil come into your life?
Yeah, so
Specifically Kiss the Ground, your organization.
Yeah, specifically Kiss the Ground. I went to New Zealand 3.5 years ago and was sitting in a panel discussion of scientists talking about, can human beings sustain themselves on planet Earth? And 5 out of the 6 guys really described a dire picture. And the 6th guy who spoke affirmed that what the 5 prior to him said was true, but there is a kind of a blind spot in the equation, and that 1/3 of the carbon, 1/3 of the man-made carbon in the atmosphere came from mismanagement of soil and mismanagement of land through our agriculture. And that soil is the biggest carbon storage shed on the planet. There's more carbon in soil than in all the trees and the grasses and in the atmosphere combined. And so that there is actually the way that nature has always worked is taking carbon from the atmosphere into the ground if we support nature to do so. And so when I saw that our agriculture and our food choices could actually propel a foodie movement, which is kind of self-centered, and turn it into a food movement that actually could be responsible for shifting climate change and reversing global warming, that people could actually get healthy food, and specific kinds of agriculture could actually, my meal could actually be contributing to reversing climate change. I thought, wow, that's an idea. That's time has come, and I think that humanity could buy into that. And so I realized that there wasn't a great voice and a concise communication around this possibility. And I know that when we see a new view, a new reality becomes possible. Before I had that aha moment, there was no real solution that I saw for climate change. It was just kind of like, we need to reduce emissions, but there's already so much carbon up there, what do we do about it? But then when I saw that there was this way that we could draw this carbon down through our agricultural system, that became so hopeful and inspiring. I wanted to make my life about sharing that story and being a cheerleader for soil and regenerative agriculture. And I started a California 501c3 nonprofit to be a storytelling engine of this hopeful story for humanity and climate change.
And that is Kiss the Ground.
Yes.
So is that your primary function, is to spread this knowledge?
That is that is the primary function. We've created a 4-minute video called The Soil Story, which has been seen by upwards of 500,000 people and is being used as a communication tool in schools and universities and with government. And we're having that it's already translated into 4 languages, and we're hoping to have that translated into 10 languages in the coming year. And we're also creating an educational curriculum that can go into grade schools, having young people have this understanding early, positioning their lives to go, okay, if I'm inheriting a planet that's in dire trauma, that's in dire need of attention, what is something I could actually do to be responsible, to be a better steward of this planet, and having people connect to that early on. And then we're also co-producing a documentary film that's going to be out in 2017, which is self-titled Kiss the Ground, really sharing the best examples of regenerative agriculture and carbon farming around the world.
Exciting. That's been great to see. How are people responding so far?
They're lit up. I would say since I got back from that trip to New Zealand, it's been really remarkable to see how much traction the soil conversation is getting. I mean, the White House just put out a brief that there's an initiative to, the White House has an initiative to investigate how America can save its soil. At COP21 at the climate change conference last December, the French government released a initiative called 4 for 1,000, which is their commitment to building soil carbon by 0.4% per year on all agricultural land, and 30 other countries signed on to that initiative. The state of California just signed a Healthy Soils initiative, bringing $7.5 million, which is not much, but into paying farmers, subsidizing farmers to do soil building practices, that's a one-of-a-kind initiative that then can be duplicated and seen that there's actually something valid and real to this whole conversation.
And for people who want to find more information, what's your website?
We have kisstheground.com, thesoilstory.com, and at kissthegroundca is our Instagram.
Great. Thank you so much for talking to us today, Ryland.
Sure. Thank you so much for sharing the good news.
We like to share here at IdeateTV.